Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mystic Islands video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am a little under the weather. Coming off of a cold, so if I have a little snuffly voice, that's why. Before I get into any bit of this video today, I do want to say thank you guys so much for 662 subs. We're doing a lot of work behind the scenes, so I do appreciate you guys showing the love. You guys are awesome, especially on Instagram. You guys always show me a lot of support, and YouTube as well. And I do want to shout out my Patreon real quick. If you decide to subscribe to even a low tier of the Patreon, that means the world, and it's gonna pump out this next set a lot faster. Honestly, what's really holding it up is the artwork, so pretty much anything would be awesome. I really do appreciate you guys in general for just watching and subscribing. Obviously that's if you want to go above and beyond, but today we are talking about Mystic Islands trading card game future plans. So December just started, and you're probably wondering, dude, where is set 3? I feel like we've been waiting for set 3 for a while, and you are right. Changing the logo to the game, the branding to the game, and obviously the whole look of it with professional digital artwork, there is a lot to do versus before where I could hand draw 5 cards in a few hours. So it just takes more time, so it's more of quality over quantity. I do have 2 cards I want to show you at the end of the video though, so do stay tuned till then. But I'm going to be going over the plans first. So we're going to look at this right here. This is for set 3, Bitter Cold. Obviously we have specific milestones we have to hit for each set until they get released. That's just kind of how it works. So the set theming, we had to come up with that. That is obviously completed, so we got to check there. Card creation, all of the cards for set 3 have been completed, as in just no artwork, but pretty much the text, the idea of the card, the stats, all of that stuff is done, the names and things like that. So that's completed for the set. Balancing, we also did that as well, so we balanced it as best as we could for the set. We put a lot of work into that, obviously behind the scenes there. The decks themselves, I'll show you guys that in a little bit after the next few slides here. As you can see, the next roadblock is the artwork. Obviously, you know, we have been pumping out cards as best we can, and obviously I am super impressed with my artists, and obviously you guys seem to love it. You guys seem to love the artwork and the theme of the game. I see you guys commenting all the time about how the artwork's awesome, how the artwork is put in the template, how good everything looks, and I really do appreciate that. You guys are the best, and because we want to strive for that perfection that you guys really ultimately want, it is just going to take a little bit more time. That's why I was referring to the Patreon, as art is not free, so I'm kind of spending my hard-earned money on it. Obviously I'm not complaining about that because this is what I want to spend it on, but at the same time it just takes me longer to do that by myself. So just in general, that's what we're waiting on for the set, and then that's the last thing before the set actually releases, and obviously all the packaging and stuff like that, which I have pretty much mocked up and is ready to go once we're done. And as you can see down there, it says likely a 2024 release. I do not want to take this set into 2025, so we are probably going to release it 2024. I don't have an accurate month for you right now, but I'm hoping mid 2024. So that is the roadmap for set 3. So we're almost there, guys. I swear we're almost there. Now, yes, you're saying this correctly. Set 4 is already planned out. So with all this time that we have been doing artwork, I've had a lot of time to think about what I want to do for the future, which is why we're making this video. So set 4 is going to be called Mystic Islands Reborn. So this is really going to be a pretty massive set. The good thing is we have concept art for all of it, because these are basically going to be reprints of set 1 and 2 cards, 190 cards. So this is because the old cards do not really look like Mystic Islands cards anymore. I mean, the back is different and everything like that, so we're probably most likely going to retire those versions of the cards. They're still going to be playable in specific formats. We're going to create a format for that, so do not worry about that. Your cards will still be playable. But moving into the future, we want to really make everything look the same, branded the same, and obviously with the new template and new artwork is going to bring everything a whole new life. And I was pretty limited with the artwork I could create, so we can obviously do some way cooler things now than when it was just me. I guess I should have marked card creation off because all the cards are created, so imagine that's marked off as well. Balancing is also done. Decks are also done, so I guess we're just waiting on artwork for that one as well. So that one is likely a 2025 to 26 release. Reason is because there's so many, but we could probably pump those out a lot easier with concept arts. That will be set 4 for the future. And then this is a set I'm very excited about, and you won't see it for a bit, but set 5, it says to be determined for the name, but I do have a name in mind, I'm just not telling you guys yet. And it is a brand new bloody story in the Book of Mystic Islands, so that'll give you a little bit of a hint. I'll let you guys go crazy in the comments about what that theme of that set could be. But the theme is done, and card creation, we've done a few, but not the whole set, so none of this is really set yet. This isn't priority or anything right now, but this is definitely something I'm looking forward to that I have a lot of bright ideas about. So yeah, set 5 is going to be pretty sweet. 26 to 27 release, maybe. I don't know for sure. That's just speculation. So we are going to move on to the actual decks for set 3 right now, the ones we are looking to release. So I figured I would show you guys a little bit of that because you guys don't see too much of the behind the scenes stuff that we do. We're going to start off with the Rugged Spells deck. So this is a Dwarf plus Mage faction deck. So we have not seen a Dwarf and Mage faction starter deck yet. So this is going to be the first time you are seeing one. I love the look of the deck box. I definitely went for a cleaner look this time with white. It matches the set with the snow and everything like that. So this is definitely something I am looking forward to. Obviously, none of the images on it are final, but these are images I already had for specific cards. So if I see one fits better, we could change it up. As you can see, not final in the bottom right of the screen, but actual decks themselves are final. So it's going to be a Dwarf Mage faction deck called Rugged Spells, most likely. I think it looks pretty awesome, and it gets me really excited for when it's time to order these decks and put these things live and open them on camera for you guys. It really gets me hyped up. Let me know what you think about the Rugged Spells deck down below. The next starter deck is going to be called Blood Skull. So the Blood Skull deck, pretty awesome name, I'm not going to lie. This is actually a name that my friend came up with a deck that he created with the same factions. And I was like, you know what, that's a fantastic name, we're going to run with that. Going to come with a Skeleton faction and Goblin faction in this deck. So definitely a unique pairing there, haven't seen that before as well. It's definitely going to stand out against that red deck before. And then we're going to move on to the next deck, which is the Royal Navy deck. So this is a royalty and pirate faction deck. So Royal Navy was a name of a deck that was brought up in the Discord quite a bit. Obviously this isn't going to be a true version of the decks run in set 1 and 2, obviously, because there's new cards in it, but I love that name and that concept. Obviously holds royalty and pirate faction cards in it. I didn't have any artwork for any knights or anything yet, so I just put what I had, obviously, so this might change up. It's the most likely one to change, but I think it turned out awesome, and I hope you guys do agree on this one. So let me know down below what you think about these decks and which one you would actually purchase out of the 3. So before I scoot out of here, because I'm not feeling great, we are going to go over 2 Mystic Islands cards that are brand new, you guys have never seen before. So let's go over them right now. We're going to go with the common card first. This is going to be Spinechill Guardian. Skeleton faction creature, cost 2, 0 attack, 4 defense. He's a skeleton guardian as well. Every time this creature blocks another creature, draw a card. I'm very excited about this card because there aren't a ton of defensive options in the game so far compared to aggressive options, obviously. So having a defensive option is very nice. Obviously there's some in Mage faction and things like that, but having one in the skeleton faction is definitely something cool. Obviously, it does have the downside of being bloodthirsty, but if your opponent decides to spend on that, I feel like that's okay. And then he also has the added benefit that every time he blocks a creature, you get to draw a card, which is a fantastic way to boost the cards in your hand while also being defensive. And even if he dies, you still draw a card type of thing. He is a pretty good common card that I would definitely consider throwing in my deck. Let me know what you guys think of Spinechill Guardian, and obviously the artwork is fantastic, done by Casey once again. The next card is an uncommon royalty faction card, Armor Light. Royalty faction ability, cost 1, give target creature +1 attack, +1 defense this turn only. Obviously a pretty simplistic ability card, but definitely one that is going to help people. Right now the best card to do this is probably Sword of the Mighty, which I'll probably pop on screen. Sword of the Mighty, cost 2, and it makes the +1 attack, +1 defense counter stick permanently on that creature, whereas Armor Light, it costs half, but you can only have that buff on that creature for 1 turn. I guess it's really up to you how you want to sprinkle these in. Obviously, I feel like both have their advantages and disadvantages, but I feel like Armor Light, because it costs 1, is a super useful thing to have in your hand, as you could play it on your opponent's turn to buff your creature last second on an attack or things like that. And obviously the artwork done by Francisco K. I love the perspective that he gives us on this card as well, and I was really thinking of putting this on the back of the royalty deck box, but I'll see. I couldn't ask for any better of fans than you guys. It's unbelievable that I feel like I just had 200 subscribers and we are already at 661 or 662. I really do care about every single one of you guys, and I love when you guys share your opinions, so let me know down below how you feel about the plans and these cards, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.